Welcome, everyone. Welcome to another Wednesday night, The Fundamentals to Gain Inner Peace, with your host, Coach Menachem Bernfeld. And tonight, the topic is not ready to release, and that's okay. What do you do when you're in a bad mood? And in your mind, you're thinking, I shouldn't be feeling this way. And then you feel guilty that you feel this way. And now, after the past few weeks of learning the concept of letting go, you might feel even more guilty that you're not letting go. You don't want to let go. Now you have guilt for the emotion, and guilt for the guilt, and guilt for not letting go. Now you could imagine what that feels like. What do you do? I don't want to let go. Many times, the person in a situation, they don't want to. They feel they're right for feeling that way. So that's what I'm going to be discussing tonight. That many times, that's okay. It's okay. And why it's okay. If you don't want to let go, many people say they can't. I don't know how. Or if you would only know why I feel this way, you wouldn't tell me to let go. Don't tell me to let go. So you might be in that situation, you might know somebody in a situation that they just can't get out of whatever they're feeling. And that's okay. And we'll learn why. Discuss why. And then at the end, hopefully we'll have a few minutes where we can continue releasing, continue letting go with the next emotion from the book Sedona Method. Last week we did apathy, and tonight we're going to do some, if we have time, we'll do grief, releasing. Okay, and before we get grounded, very exciting announcement. My mini course is out. Just came out, the course about healing the inner child for beginners. If you're a beginner, somebody wants to understand the concept, it goes through 6 steps. Meeting your inner child, recognizing the wounds, creating safety. And it goes through step by step, the 6 steps. But for beginners, again, and it's a good idea to be able to listen again. What are the steps to understand? Where am I? What am I feeling? And interesting, easy techniques that you can do that can help you connect with your inner child. So I'm going to put the description I'll put the link in the description in YouTube. And for those, I guess I'll send it out in the email. For all of you that get the email, send it out. Go get it. Enjoy it. Let me know the feedback. Again, the 6 basic concepts, and see where it takes you. Okay, so let's get grounded and let's start it. See where we are. I'm happy to be here tonight. Menachem, my son's chassan is on Sunday nights, and you could imagine it's a good idea to take some time off, to remember what's going on, where am I, what am I feeling, to be in the present moment, allow the feelings to come up. So let's do that together. Let's get grounded. Deep breath. Beautiful. Beautiful. Feet on the ground. Just become aware of where you are physically in the room, or maybe you're listening to the recording in the car. Just be aware. And take a deep breath and allow the feelings to be. When you slow down and you stop and breathe, you start feeling different feelings in your body. It might be subtle, just tingling, or it might be something that might be hard to feel. And that's okay. Breathing in and out 2 more times. Beautiful. Ah, okay. So some people think that we have to feel calm. We have to be grounded. I have to be relaxed. And I'm not. You don't have to nothing. You just have to nothing. Have to? There's no have to. Just be aware of what's going on. You don't have to be aware if you don't want to. Have to is a heavy word. I have to. So if somebody feels they have to let go, that's too much for them. And it might make it worse. I have to and I'm not. And to be honest, many times people are in a situation that they don't want to let go. They're angry. They're angry. They want to be angry. Okay. They don't want to let go. Sometimes people are in a very low mood, depression, and they can't see their way out, like we discussed last week. Apathy, there is no way out. They just can't see any solution. Basically, it's just over. And by telling them these concepts that we're discussing, that's the wrong thing. That's where you are, that's what you feel, and might not be ready to let go. So that's okay. That's okay. So let's stop for a moment and think, have you ever been in a space, ever been in a situation you felt like you should let go of something? You might even logically think it's a small thing, but I just can't. I just can't. Or it might be a situation that happened in the past and you remember you couldn't let go, just couldn't let go. So, like we discussed, you might feel unsafe, or there might be a different reason what's behind it. But as of now, let's be aware of the situation is you don't want to, or you can't, and that's okay. Whether it's makes you feel safe, who am I if I let go? It gives me the power, maybe control. Looks like that's the only way I'll be able to take care of the situation. If I let go, I won't do anything about it, and I want to do something about it. So I'm going to stay here. I'm going to feel this way. So you can ask yourself, what is it? What's the reason why I don't want to let go? Whether it's control or it feels better this way, even though it doesn't. What does it give you? That's the question. But even if you don't go to those questions, just being aware of what you're feeling and you're aware you don't want to let go. And here I am telling you, don't let go. And that's okay. What's going through your mind? So here's the secret. First of all, if you decide you don't want to let go, that's a choice. Many times you don't even have a choice to decide. You're in a place where you don't feel you have control over your life. It's just happening to me. What do you want from me? What should I do? I can't. Okay. So now, if you give yourself the permission not to, you say, that's okay, don't. Subconsciously, that puts you in the driver's seat. That's, I make a decision and I don't want to let go. I there's a reason why I'm holding on and I feel I want to stay here. Okay, beautiful. It puts you in the driver's seat. You made the decision not to let go. Now, don't feel guilty. That's okay. You're in a better place because eventually you'll be able to decide when you're ready that you're ready. When you're ready, you'll decide, okay, I'm ready to let go. Because until now, I was the one who chose to feel this way and not let go. Beautiful. I give it to you. I give you the power. When you're ready to make the decision to let go, you let go. So that's the first concept. If you're in a place where you don't want to let go, that's okay. Sit there, acknowledge it, see it. So let's stop for a moment. Do you have anything in your life now? Something you want to change? You feel it has to change. You don't want to let go. Just see it. And you tell yourself it's okay. You don't have to let go. And the next concept is, we discussed it, but the concept of allowing yourself not to let go. Don't. You don't want to let go? Don't let go. That is the first step. That's the first step of letting go. Like we discussed, the more you want to push it away, the more you want to change it, the more you're holding on to it. So it's a secret that I don't want to say too loud, but if I say that's the way to let go, you're not going to want to, you're going to have the resistance. You're saying, I don't want to let go. And don't come to me with these tricks and ideas and telling me it's okay because deep down you want me to let go. So you're telling me it's okay to not let go because eventually I will let go. I'm not letting go. But let's discuss it. Now hopefully you're in a good place. But when you are in a place where you feel the emotions are very, tough emotions, heavy emotions, and you just can't, you don't want to let go. The first step is it's okay. You don't have to. Just be there, see where you are, and don't let go. You can feel already it's calming down, giving yourself permission to be where you are. Already it gives you that, oh, I don't have to get out of this. No. So that itself gives you a little bit relief. And that's what we're discussing. It helps movement. That's what letting go is. But let's not say it too loud because then you're not going to want to let go. Because as of now, you don't want to let go. So the first concept is that we want you to have the choice. I want you to be in the driver's seat. You're in the driver's seat. Now you chose not to let go, and that's okay. That's fine. Hold on. Hold on to it tight. That's okay. Because if you're the one that's holding on, then eventually one day you'll be able to let go. But if you're not the one that's choosing it and life is happening to you and you're like, what should I do? Nothing to do with me, then we're a little bit far away from the concept of letting go. So first of all, if you don't want to let go, that's okay. And then the second concept is, by not letting go, by not changing it, by just being, that's how slowly it moves. That's how slowly it lets go. That's what letting go is. By allowing, we allow the situation to be, even though in our mind we're thinking we should let go, and you feel guilty. But remember, if you're only doing it because you know deep down you want to let go and you're going to do it to let go, so you might have resistance. I'll give you an example. The concept of accepting. So they teach to have unconditional love, unconditional acceptance. When somebody has a child that doesn't follow in your path or doesn't listen or off the derech, and it's very hard. and parents try to do whatever they can to bring back the child. And over there, the concept of unconditional love, unconditional acceptance, just the way they are, don't try to change it. And they say if you know how to do it, eventually they come back. Might take a few years, and it's painful, but they just need the unconditional love. Now, many times what happens is the parents say, okay, so what's the way to get them back? Unconditional love. Okay, how do I do that? Okay, what should I do? And in their mind, it's because they have to come back. And it's something that the kid smells. You're not accepting them the way they are. You want them to come back. You're not accepting them. Again, it's hard. And the same thing with the emotion. You're not accepting where you are. You're not accepting the emotion that comes up. You're not you don't want to stay there, and you're trying to fix it. And I'm teaching you to just be there. Don't change it. But no, I have to. So it's very tricky to really accept. So again, you have an emotion that comes up. It might be anger. And deep down you feel you want to let go. You do want to let go, but you can't. You want to be able to accept the anger, but you can't accept it. At least accept that you're not accepting. And that's okay. Accept that you don't want to let it go. You might not be ready to accept the anger itself, but accept the next part, the secondary emotion, that you don't want to let it go, and that's okay. Okay, so that's the concept of it's okay not to let it go. Just be aware, be in the moment, see what's going on, and you see you're in a depressed mood, you're in an angry mood, whatever mood comes up, just sit with it and don't try to change it. Accept it the way it is, and don't try to change it. But I want to change it. It's okay. If you want and you're ready, you can let go. If you don't want to let go, don't. Beautiful. And now I would love to continue. I'm just going to read the next emotion. Again, this is from the Sedona Method. And last week we went through the first emotion. He goes through the 9 emotions. The first one is apathy, and the second one is grief. So first he discusses the concept. Then there's a list of words that bring up that emotion, and then we can let go if we're ready. So here it goes. When we experience grief, what does it feel like? Can you go to the feeling of grief? If somebody felt it, they know what it is like. But let me read what it says, and things might come up, so just be aware. When we experience grief, we want someone else to help us because we feel that we can't do anything on our own. We're looking for other people to help us. We hope maybe someone else can. We cry out in pain for someone to do it for us. Our bodies have a little more energy than an apathy, but the energy is so contracted that it's painful. Our minds are a little less cluttered than an apathy. So apathy is total gave up. There's nothing he can do. In grief, they're waiting for somebody else to do it for them. So it's a little bit more energy than apathy. Our minds are a little less cluttered than apathy, but they are still very noisy. But we picture our pain and loss, often getting lost in these pictures. Our thoughts revolve around how much we hurt, what we have lost, and whether we can get anyone else to help us. So stop for a moment. You ever felt that way? Do you feel that way now, waiting for other people to help you? Here's a story. When Sarah's aging mother had a stroke, she realized they had turned a corner. She felt extremely sad to be losing the relationship they used to enjoy when her mom was vital and capable. Because of how much help her mom now required, it was as though Sarah was taking on the role of being the parent, while her mom was being the child, at least part of the time. Making a decision one day, Sarah dove into her grief and found a measure of peace. She understood that as long as she used the Sedona method, she could allow herself to grieve appropriately instead of being stuck in a constant state of sorrow. Although there was sadness and the unknown, there was also a feeling of great relief and movement. Releasing made it easier to welcome the changes in her mother. Let's just see if anything comes up while I'm reading it. Concept of grief. Now I'm going to list a few words that they bring in the book. And again, I think it's a good idea. Close your eyes, listen to the words, and see if any of those words trigger something. Just to be aware, if you have any of these feelings, maybe you're ready to release them. So here's the list. I'll read a few of them. Abandoned, abused, ashamed, cheated, embarrassed, heartbroken, heartache, hurt, if only, ignored, it's not fear, left out, loss, mourning, neglected, nobody cares, nobody loves me, pity, poor me, rejected, sadness, tearful, torn, unhappy, unloved, unwanted, vulnerable, wounded. So now allow yourself to take a few just to tap in to see if anything came up. Whether you remember the last time that you or someone you know experienced grief. So let's sit with this for a few seconds. Just see if anything came up and just feel it. And now we can ask the question, could you allow yourself to welcome this feeling as best as you can? Just allow yourself to feel it. Could you allow yourself to let go? Would you let go? And when? And just see if there's any movement, any shifts. Even if there's small movements. And he writes in the book that this is something that you can do a few times. Don't go on to the next emotions. Stay by this one, and you feel a little bit of releasing, and then you do it again. You feel the emotion again, allow yourself to feel it, and then you ask yourself a few questions. It could take a few times, but it's important to be aware of those small, very subtle movements. Many times people say, I don't feel anything, and that's okay. But if you slow down, take a deep breath, become aware of what your body feels, and you hear the word loss. Why me? Just see if anything comes up. Allow yourself to feel it. And then you can ask yourself, am I ready to let go? And if not, just listen to that no. Okay, beautiful. So that's it for tonight. Any questions you can put in the chat. I want to mention my course again. Go get it. Enjoy it. It's $27, a mini course, especially for those beginners. The concept of the inner child. Many people are not aware of it. What is the inner child? How does it work? So it's 6 concepts going from meeting your inner child, recognizing the wounds, creating safety, reparenting, and rediscovering play and integration. Beautiful. That's it. That's it for tonight. And we'll open it up for questions. We'll be here for a few minutes. If you have a question, you can raise your hand or put it in the chat. A great question. If I don't have to let go, then what? Hmm. I love that question. You tell me, what do you want to do? I want to let go. So let go. But I can't. So don't. But it is, so what? So what am I supposed to do? So let's think about it. You're in a place where you don't like it. The emotions, you're upset, you're sad, you're angry, you feel a feeling come up and you just don't like it. So you came here tonight to learn how to, or maybe not tonight, but you want to learn how to let go. You want to learn how to send it flying. I don't want to feel this anymore. And I understand you because you don't want to feel what you're feeling. So again, if you can ask yourself the question, can I let it go? And you feel release and you feel calm, you take a deep breath, ask yourself, I'm feeling the feeling. And you ask yourself, is it okay? Can I let it go? When? No, would I let it go and when? That's beautiful. Do it a few times, you feel a little bit lighter. But if you're in a place where you don't want to let it go, you're angry for a reason, and you feel stuck, you're holding on tight, you don't want to let it go. So the concept is don't. It's okay. That's also okay. Wow, isn't it great to come to this Wednesday night and learn that no matter what you do, it's okay. Yeah, you're okay. Maybe we'll discuss Chodesh Elul. We didn't start yet. I mean, Elul started, but we didn't start discussing it, how things come up. But that's the step number one. No matter where you are, you're okay. Hmm. Feel it. Yeah, emotions are emotions. It's not easy, but it doesn't define you. Give yourself a hug. Okay, let me unmute if you want to ask. Let me see if I'll hear you. Sorry. No. If you want to ask, raise your hand. Um, wow. Great question. Hashkafa question. Have to be aware what comes up. Hashkafa says that Hashem won't let go of our misdeeds if we don't let go of others. Hmm. Great, great question. So you're bringing up letting go of what other people did to you. That's a great question. What we really discussed tonight is the emotion that comes up for you, that you feel. We're not talking about forgiveness, forgive what others did. That's a topic, concept to discuss. And that's also the topic in a nutshell is when you forgive, it doesn't mean what they did was right. It's this, similar concept of letting go. Think about it. If you're walking around upset and angry because somebody else did something to you and you don't want to let go, you're holding on to it. That means you're holding on to them. You're holding on tight and they're next to you all day long. So I would tell you it's okay to feel this way, but don't go shopping with them. No, let them be. Let them go. You can continue feeling this way, but let them go. So the same concept of the feeling. Letting go of the feeling is doesn't change. Whatever happened, whatever is going on in your life, you have to make that appointment. You're nervous. Yeah, you have to make the appointment. But you don't have to hold on to this anxiety. You're driving the car, you're holding on to the steering wheel. The car's gonna go without it. Don't worry. Just hold on, take a deep breath, open your hands. So the concept of letting go is very subtle. Doesn't mean changing, doesn't mean it's the holding on to the emotion, holding on. Okay. Okay, I see there are some first timers, and let me know in the chat if this is the first time. But the concept of what am I supposed to feel? So by now, you're feeling it already. You're feeling it. I don't have to tell you what you're feeling. We're discussing how to let go of the feeling, but you're feeling it already. So those emotions that come up, when you're in a rush, you're anxious, you're nervous, you might be sad about something, lost, angry. Feel it in your body. Allow the feelings to be. This is exactly what I needed. Thank you so much for doing this meeting each week. How do we find the course? I'm going to send out an email, Menachem. Hopefully you're part of the email list. If not, sign up, coachmenachem@gmail.com. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, I will put it in the description. Next week, I will cancel due to Sheva Brachas, and hopefully we'll see you in 2 weeks, closer to Rosh Hashanah. And take care of yourself. Take care of, find some time for yourself, a few minutes every day, grounded, become aware. And we'll see you, Mitzvah Hashem, in 2 weeks. Thank you very much. Have a good night and enjoy the process.